Well, I thought I would be able to get more knives. I thought I could get 4, but I definitely want to make a BC special out of one of them. So I want to be able to get a dinner skinner and a neck knife out of the other one. So let me get these traced out, and we will see if these are now soft enough to work. I may have to anneal them a second time. I don't know. We'll see in a minute. Well, I forgot to do any recording. I'm this far on it. I'm using white oak. It's got a little bit of curl in it, and I still got a lot of work to do before I get to the handle part. Of course, I got to put the bevels on and stuff like that. So This is the giveaway knife. When I reach 60,000 subscribers, I'm thinking 2 to 3 months. And what do you think will look better? The brass pins or the stainless pins? This won't be that dark. I'm going to take a wire wheel, and there is going to be some file left. I'm going to bring my bevel up about 5/8 of an inch, maybe more, since this is about a 1/4 inch thick. And I will knock this down. I don't want it to be so sharp. I want it to be obvious that it's a file, but not so sharp that it gets hung up in the sheath and all that. So you'll know it's a file, but it will have been well flattened out by then. So anyway, brass or stainless? I feel like an optometrist. Better or worse? Better or worse? You know how they flip through the little diopters and... Okay, you had to be there. All right, so that's it for this video. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I may go for a ride this afternoon, or I may work on this a little more. I don't know. All right, now I'm going to start sanding the spine, and then I'm going to start sanding the grind lines. I gotta put this back on the belt sander, and I got a bit of a hump I gotta take out here. That's not from a knife, that's from a screw. Tell you what, I haven't made a knife in a long time, and you would not believe how quickly your arms can get out of shape for sanding. I don't know if I asked it or not, because I did put this on Facebook and ask for people to vote on whether they liked the brass pins or the stainless pins. Here, let me put this knife up there so you... And I don't think I mentioned it in a video, so maybe I did. If I did, it's been a while since I did the video. I'm having a really bad day, and I'll tell you, the steroids I took made all my aches and pains go away, right? So I worked really hard getting that roof done, and then I stopped taking the steroid pack, and let me tell you, the aches and pains that I had are coming back with a vengeance. As a matter of fact, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to go with my foot hurting so bad. It's painful to walk, and now I don't know if I can shift. You know, this is my shifting foot when I shift gears, and where the shifter hits me is right here, which is exactly where it hurts. And I don't think I can shift. Oh well, one day at a time. We'll see what tomorrow holds. So If I haven't asked you yet, do you like the brass or the stainless? Okay, I think I'm going to take a little break and go drink a cup of coffee with my wife and come back down here this afternoon. It's probably close to noon. All right, I'm fixing to go heat treat this and temper it. And then when it's done tempering, I'm probably going to put this in my tumbler and let the media blast all the little grooves and everything out nice and clean. It has to be really clean for me to epoxy the handles on. So I probably let that run overnight. So let me get this, it's probably mid-afternoon. So I can have this heat treated and tempered and cooled down enough where I can throw it in the media in the tumbler overnight. So the next time you see this, well actually I'll go ahead and show myself heat treating it, because who doesn't like the flame? That's my favorite part of heat treating, is that flame coming up. So let's go on out there to the forge. See you in an hour. Well, I decided to make a swamp rat. Actually, it was a suggestion. Somebody in a comment suggested I make a swamp rat, and I thought, well, you know, I haven't made a swamp rat in a while. I think I'll do that. So this is the swamp rat that I'll be making out of the last file. I still got a little work to do in these sharp radiuses here, cleaning them up. I'm gonna do that right now with my, what is that? Die grinder. And maybe by that time the other knife will be tempered. And I got my wire wheel. I'm gonna clean it up with a wire wheel and then put it in the tumbler. All right, so it's been tempered. I cleaned it up with a wire wheel. And now I'm fixing to throw this in the tumbler with some glass media and see what it looks like in the morning. Or maybe in, 4, 5, 6 hours. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go home and make some zatarains with smoked sausage. And then sit around for a few hours, and I may come back down and check on this.
Okay, moss. Weeds that I've pulled. Leaves, oak leaves.
This is how industrious this little house wren is, and she did all this morning.
Yeah, since daylight.
Since daylight this morning. Look at that.
There's a
She's gonna be pissed.
And then a lot of them oak curly things that comes off. Pine things.
Huh.
Oak leaves, sticks. But there's my pile of weeds I've been pulling, and I've been watching her going over there.
Oh yeah, she's been coming over here to your pile of weeds. When you said you had a pile of weed, I jumped right up and come over here. I didn't know you were talking about weeds. Okay.
That's just for a couple of hours.
Yeah, a couple hours of work. That's amazing how tiny little birds like that can get that much done. Huh. All right, let's go to the shop.